Hey, good morning, and thank you for the opportunity to review that video of your instruction. Couple of things that I thought you did very effectively. I really liked the positive start. You jumped right in with a very positive, very enthusiastic and opportunity to connect with the students. You jumped right into rhyming words and connected with students and gave them an active response, whether they gave you a thumbs up or thumbs down. I thought that you brought a positive presence to the screen and the learning. Very important to make that connection. You made sure that you pointed out the silly words in your three-part drill about how those connect to making larger words and its connection to the learnings. So understanding that sometimes those silly words lead to larger words that'll help us understand bigger words. And you did a check for understanding with the preview of the sound. Really like that. One thing that I would recommend, a strategy for growth might be to connect with the students individually at the beginning. Just calling on students by name, asking them thumbs up, thumbs down, some sort of a check-in process. Whether you wanted to launch a brief poll where the students had an opportunity to respond where they were at that morning, just to establish that you do have everybody their attention and that they're able to respond to you. And so some sort of a poll like that, whether it's a quick thumbs up, thumbs down, would be a way for you to establish that you're actually connecting with each and every student right at the beginning. And you began with "we do." You played the sound and then you asked for responses. I think it's perhaps more effective to start with an "I do." You give them some examples, you show them the response pattern that's expected, and then launch into the "we do." That might provide you some better instruction going forward, a better connection to what's expected for the students. Strategies that I would suggest would be making that connection, that first connection, right? Whether that's via a poll, asking students where they're at on a scale of 1 to 5, or using icons, sometimes using emojis, and the student gets to select the emoji where they're at, how they're feeling, something along those lines to engage their connection with you right from the beginning, that is in a non processing type of situation, right? They're not having to answer that question whether or not those rhyming words, are just having to select and connect with you based on one of those emojis to provide a positive start. I would suggest that would be a great place to start. I think you're doing the things that you need to move your students forward effectively each day. One thing that I would recommend is you started to jump into the new sound that you wanted to identify. And I really like that. You connected that to prior learning by establishing that they'd learned a previous letter that has that same sound, and you extracted from several students what the sound was. I would recommend pausing a little bit longer and allowing all students to have the opportunity to put a letter into the chat so that you can really understand whether or not students understand that connection. And the other thing I would recommend is that you pause and do the part that you wanted them to do for tomorrow, printing the vowel sticks. I would recommend you wait until the conclusion of your instruction. Now you're setting the stage for what's next, because you paused instruction to set the stage for what's next and then went back into the instruction. So going forward, I recommend you complete all instruction before going into what's next and leaving students with that last thing that they needed to do, which was to print out and prepare those vowel sticks. All in all, a great lesson with a few recommendations. I think you can make it even better. Thank you.